Hi guys. So today niko kwa story ya Nakuru. It's very sad that women and men are into violence and they think that's the order of the day. Sasa I think mliona hiyo story ya Nakuru penye a woman and a son walimwagia the husband acid. Yeah. You saw that? You can imagine. Mtu umeishi naye miaka yote, then watoto mpaka wamekuwa na amewafunza wakuchome na acid. Up to now sijaelewa what happened that led to this kind of habit. But I normally don't like such habits. No matter what somebody has done to you, doing such an act is very unspeakable, despicable. It's archaic. We say it is inhuman, brutal, cruel. Leave somebody as they are, no matter what they have done. Kama ni pesa, you can find legal ways to ask for your money. If it is about labda amekucheat, you don't have to move ahead with such. You can just separate and live your life. Na sidhani kama sijajua, by the way. It just came in the news. It popped as a very negative news. Kwamba man has been burned up. And unfortunately, alikuwa na shout. Anasema wamwache. But human beings sometimes we become so cruel. Beasts. Whether we are women or men, we become beasts and we are ready for anything. So, kwa hii story, chenye kinaniudhi ni kwamba a child was involved. How cruel can you be? I normally know that there can be a difference between parents, but should a child intervene? Unajua maisha ya mtoto na mzazi ni very different from parent to parent. So, if you have a difference with your husband or you have a difference with your wife, don't involve the kids. Now, up to now, I've not actually made up to understand what led to this. So let's just shortly look at that part of... It's a picture, of course. I've not got the deep videos. We can't get the videos of what happened. Yeah, so let's see those that in the picture, the wife and husband. And you can't imagine ukiona your face very innocent, but this happened.
Ni nyumbani kwa Elijah Matoke alasiri Alhamisi, nyuso za huzuni zikiashiria yaliyojiri hapa. Elijah Matoke alifariki Jumatano jioni baada ya kuchomwa na asidi mwilini.
Alafu expect mwili ya mtu ikaje?
Kulingana na majirani, Elijah Matoke na mke wa pili Ruth Chelagat wameishi hapa kwa miaka mitatu sasa, japo wamekuwa na mizozo ya mara kwa mara.
Hii mapenzi yao haikuwa mapenzi ya mapenzi, ilikuwa mapenzi ya pesa. So nimekuja nikisolve issues kwa hizi nyumba several times. Kwa wakati mwingine nimekuja huku.
People have been thinking that it's only men who are violent, but as I told you earlier, anyone can be violent. It can be your child, it can be your parents, it can be your husband, it can be your wife. Don't imagine that violence is for a given gender. Regardless of some being too much into violence than others, current life has taught everybody to be violent. Now, and I explained to you in one video the sources of brutality. People have become brutal because of how life treats them. Some of them are stressed, depressed, and so they act like hooligans. So they decide to act in a brutal way that is beastly instead of human. Because in human nature, we are not supposed to be violent. If you think a situation is not holding, there are so many ways of solving disputes. You can reconcile by going through a third party, through a church or a family. You can even try to negotiate, and there are so many other ways if we read about it. Now, if you look at violence also, I told you another reason is the economic times. Yeah, the economic times are harsh, and anybody can do anything because they are feeling like it's just above them and they don't care what will happen. You know, like they take choices and they know consequences. Regardless of how bad they are, they'll hold them. Now, another thing that is causing a lot of violence is as a result of maybe the society. Every day we open news, the media, you find violence. And so people have found easy ways of learning how to do or conduct this violence against others. Now, there's another thing that has happened, the transformation that led into a society not being as patriarchal as such. Yet, some people still hold it. Like, you can't get married and just believe this is my husband forever. Or you marry and you believe this is my wife forever. That should stop. If you possess people, the tendency to hold on them even if they are negative is there. But if things cannot be, even if umelipa mahari, ulilipa na ukazaa naye watoto, so that mahari should go to the kids. even if you stayed with somebody, you spend maybe in building that house, don't stick there just because you build it. And that's why currently it's important when you're investing together, be ready for the consequences. Have a joint investment, knowing that if anything goes sour, then we go to courts, we sell it, and we divide amongst ourselves. Don't make a point of taking a loan, then you buy land and then the names are written in your wife's names or in your husband's names. Wewe bibi ndio umenunua kwa pesa yako ya jasho. Remember, you've struggled. Umechukua loan, unalala njaa. Alafu unaenda kununua shamba, unasema eti wacha niandike kwa bwana because the society says ama bwana amesema. And even you husband, when wife is sacrificing to buy land, ametumia pesa yake, just let her write in her name. Ama ukiinsist muandike joint, because if you insist kuandike wewe, then things go sour. Be sure you are going to die. The same happens to a man. Usichukue pesa, unanunua shamba, alafu unataka eti jina la kuandikwa likuwe la bibi. Alafu ama umempa as a present na huangali consequences. Don't think that because of buying land this woman will be yours forever. Eti sababu ulimnunulia shamba, sasa hiyo ni trap. Haya, we have this tendency, some are picking even other people's wives, unazaa naye, then you blackmail, unamchukua. Don't think whatever she did to another man will not happen to you. Ama whatever he did to another woman will not happen to you. Like when the second wife, umekuja, this husband has impressed you, na ameacha first wife, na umeona amekuimpress, amekununulia property. Alafu wewe, sasa huyo husband anafikiria this is now the right woman. My friend, hey, forget about it. It will happen that hata wewe uta experience the same. And that is where violence comes. Yeah? The pains that come from investment. So it is a right time that whether you are a man or a woman, avoid giving a gift that you cannot stand if this woman walks away or if the man goes away. Use your senses. Love is there, but use your senses all the time for whatever you do. Sometimes hizi vitu zinatokana na maybe the kids you got are not that man's. So akirealize, you decide to deal with him before he deals with you. So violence has a source, and people, wherever you are, try to research on violence, depression, stress, and such things, and learn how to deal with them before they come. So that is my point for today. Bye bye. If you have not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. I wish you well as we continue creating more videos now that I'm now free and have time.